Welcome back to episode... That started off well, didn't it? Welcome back to episode 2 of KOSI, which we're recording this obviously in advance of you seeing this. So episode 1 was released on Friday. At 4, which we are buzzing about because the response has been amazing, like exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
But we've obviously got a few changes for episode 2,
yes.
so...
Visual PR with the upgrades here, as you can see.
Yeah, and we've brought some little things with us as well, haven't we? We're going to add to all of this, but obviously you've got something QPR related.
That's my desk calendar. That was my Secret Santa. Wasn't even a Secret Santa. It was just a Christmas present from my brother-in-law, which does go everywhere with me. And it says June, but it's actually May.
Do you actually use the calendar there?
No, it is just a visual prop. It's such a visual prop.
It's literally
just because I've got it in my LinkedIn headline. That is my identity now.
Yeah.
I am just twin dad, recruitment
and QPR.
And QPR, that's it.
Yeah.
I also have a sorting hat. Because
this is bothering me, I'll be honest with you.
I don't understand why, which is a very normal reaction, by the way. When I tell people that I'm really into Harry Potter, they're like, you?
This is going to be a really unpopular opinion, but I think Harry Potter is shit.
Oh, have you read the books?
Yeah, I've read 1 or 2 of the books, seen the films, just not into it.
What?
It's not my thing.
What about, how far did you get in the books?
Oh, I read them when I was like a child, do you know what I mean?
I don't like how you said child there.
No, it's like the whole hype around like Beyonce. I just don't get it.
Really? I'm such a neek for Harry Potter stuff. Like, we're watching it again at the moment, and we're trying to watch it with the kids at home so they can get a little bit into the whole magic behind it. But you have to change it sometimes because it gets a bit scary. But all right, we can move on from the fact that I'm a Harry Potter fan.
Slated your interest.
Can't believe it. I'm going to swap the sorting hat. Let me guess what you've got over there.
I know. I was going to bring, I've got a banging picture my friend got me of my favourite club in Ibiza Amnesia, but I forgot it, and actually it's a good thing I forgot it because it would not fit in here. Obviously I've got High Rocks related stuff. Just 2 of my 4, soon to be 5 patches from all my races. So I've got one, I think that was my first Malaga one and my first Birmingham one, but I thought I'd bring them along because it is also part of my identity, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It's so good.
And I've got my 5th race on Sunday, so Very topical. But we'll bring different stuff in. We can fill these easily, can't we? I forgot the Nessa button. The Nessa button.
I literally thought that. I thought that as I was driving over. Actually, interestingly enough, the Nessa button got some action this week. Had a proposal out with a client who came back with an email saying, hey, yeah, looks good. Just wanted to make sure, this was the best rate that you can do. I'm really keen for you to be competitive, which I thought was a really, really well-written email. And I genuinely wanted to just send a video of the button back to the person, but I sent you and Luke a video of it. But yeah, teeing up negotiations with that. But that button is the best, honestly. It gets it out of your system. It wasn't the best when I was driving home and here last time because it kept going off in my bag in the car. So I was driving down the motorway and all I could hear was like, oh, clients. I was like, oh, fucking hell. Oh. But I'll remember it for next time. Yeah. We'll keep it up here so I've got easy slamming access. Yeah. But yeah, feedback's been wonderful from last Friday. Like we were just here trying to have a bit of fun, right? That's why we're doing this. And the fact that people watch it on their tellies. I think that's the thing that's loving that. Like, I think it was Andy Dunn. Andy Dunn's got it on telly. Kim. She watched it on her TV. Yeah. And who else told me they did? Can't remember now, but I love that. I just think it's brilliant. Honestly, so good. And so, thank you, anybody who's watched it. Yeah. We're over the moon. Thank you so much. Yeah. And we're actually recording this after the bank holiday. So what have you been up to? I had a really quiet bank holiday because I've got some busy weekends coming up. So I did really adulting things, like sorted out the house, did all the washing, changed my bed sheets, got loads of sleep, went to the gym. I had my Botox topped up, which is fantastic. So now I can't move my face, so I love it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I sold my house for the 3rd time on Friday, so I've been looking on Rightmove and stuff. Just had a really nice, wholesome... Oh, my nieces and nephews' joint birthday party. Yes, I saw on Instagram. I was on the tattoo stand, so I tattooed about... Not real tattoos, obviously. They love fake tattoos, kids. Love them. They wanted them on their face. I was like, are you really sure you want that on your face? I reckon... I had a queue at one point. Just did a full shift. I had to get people to bring me food. Any really edgy tattoos going on there, or are we talking like Spider-Man? unicorns?
Yeah, they were like dinosaurs, unicorns, pandas, stars. They just all copied each other. Like one girl got one on her face, everyone wanted one on her face.
Yeah.
I did one on my brother-in-law's forehead though, that was good.
I saw the Instagram story and I thought to myself, oh, but that's quite a nice wholesome weekend. But I bet lots of people who don't know you probably don't know how much like you do hang out with kids, because your sister's obviously got the twins and they probably think of you as someone so far like this Ibiza raving high rocks person, hangs out with kids and has a queue at
I
their
am
tattoo
actually
stand.
quite good with kids, you know. Like I'm not like cooey and like babyish with them. I treat them like adults when they're children, but I have fun with them. Like, yeah, I love them. But my nieces and nephew are like, I'm one of those people, you know, like people like it with dogs. They like their own dog, but not other people's.
Not other people's, yeah.
Like if I like your kids, like I like your kids.
Yeah.
That's quite a special thing, because I'm really picky with other people's kids. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I don't really like them.
I'll text Cheryl now, shall I? We passed the Kate O'Neill test.
You passed the Kate test. What have you? You look like you had a wholesome weekend.
Wholesome as anything, yeah. I was just trying to think. Usual Saturday morning rush, football, ballet, swimming.
I love your little football updates with Miles and his haircut, the Barbara Windsor. I loved that.
So Cheryl wants to grow his hair out because he's got a bit of curly brown hair, curly wavy-ish hair.
Yeah.
So Cheryl wants to grow it out, and every time I take him there, I'm like, skin fade. Like,
yeah, I love
she's
that.
like, can you just grow it out for a minute? So he's been growing out for a few weeks, and he did have the Barbara Windsor, Peggy Mitchell blowout hairdo on the go. But yeah, no, he's got a little taper now. It's all looking good. He's just
in his little football gear as well.
He's such a handsome little fucker, man. He's just gonna. He's going
to clean up.
He's going to absolutely clean up. I'm so
He's going to
jealous.
be a menace.
Yeah, he is. He's going to have good fun. So we did that wholesome on the Saturday. I actually can't remember what.
Well, you've had the kittens.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. I'll talk about that a bit later on.
Yeah.
Because that's just,
I did warn you.
I've gone from 3 dependents to 5 dependents in the space of like a weekend. But
you've got a dog as well.
Got a dog, yeah. 2. Yeah, I don't count Cheryl as a dependent. I'm going to start calling her that from now on, the dependent.
The dependent.
So yeah, wholesome. And then like, I finally got my childhood, like one of my childhood friends, Siobhan, come over with her daughter to the house, and my best mate Simon from uni, who I lived with. We haven't seen each other a long time. I'm a godfather to his son, so we just haven't seen each other in ages. And it was Siobhan actually who forced the issue. Said, "Right, we've got to link up." So I had a Sunday roast, courtesy of Cheryl, at mine.
I was jealous when I saw you put a picture of Cheryl in the kitchen. Like I thought, oh my God, they're having a Sunday dinner.
Yeah. It was banging, if I'm honest with you. And the weather held out, so we were in the garden. So wholesome week. I moan about this 4-day week, don't I? A lot.
I've moaned about it. I'm sorry. I know people think this is mad, but it's been doing my head in all these short weeks.
It's just you're just gonna be like, I'm working tonight when I get home.
Creates more pressure.
Exactly. So yeah, all in all good. So wholesome, quiet weekend. Wholesome weekend.
I'm telling you now, when we film the next episode, I won't have as many wholesome stories for you because I've got some serious weekend activities planned, which I'm sure will feed into the funny stories. So
exactly.
Yeah, I was making the most of the downtime.
Yeah.
While I could.
Ledge. Okay, cool. Let's do LinkedIn posts.
Yes, LinkedIn posts. And this time we haven't shared with each other anything.
Yeah.
So what Si's bring in with everything, stories, LinkedIn posts, I don't know anything about, and vice versa, because we thought it would be funnier.
Yeah, for the reactions. 100%.
So I know last time you laughed so much at some of the stories, but he generally had heard them before.
The Tinder story makes me so weak. The support line for a global tech company.
Sort of regretting telling everybody that now.
So many people have commented on it.
Yeah. Do you want to go first with your LinkedIn? You go first, I'll go second.
Yeah, let's go. Cool.
I'm excited for these.
These are pretty good. So on LinkedIn, obviously recruiters, not just recruiters. I feel like recruiters always get a bashing for this, but recruiters and LinkedIn influencers are like, we post stories and content. Sometimes some of it might be a little bit made up, but we package it for impact, like Matey did last time around, the Rec to Rec guy. But this is the CEO of a staffing firm who has decided, you'll just know as soon as I read it out. I'm just going to read it out very quickly. This is why you don't ghost good recruiters. just throwing it out there that he's already said he's a good recruiter in the opening line of his post. 4 months ago, I messaged this physician about a great opportunity. No reply, just silence. Today, she's publicly posting that she's looking for work. Here's the takeaway.
Oh, God.
The best time to build relationships with recruiters is before you need one. Not every message will be your dream job, but the right one can change your entire career path. Don't wait until you're on the job hunt to start replying. I'm just going to throw this out there now that someone called this guy's bullshit out on LinkedIn.
Really?
Yeah. And posted a screen grab of the conversation of him messaging saying, are you against a conversation about a mutual opportunity?
Close question.
She replied 2 days later.
So he's bullshitting?
She just made this whole narrative up, and it's like...
But but it might not be about her.
I think it is. I think that's what they're saying. Is the screen grab is about her. The screen grab will go up on the show.
Yeah.
But honest to God, these
hilarious.
These posts do my head in.
It's just a lie.
It's just bullshit.
But also as well, remember, like, we're in recruitment. I know he's a rec to rec, okay? So I know...
Nah, this guy's the doctors. He recruits doctors.
Oh, sorry, it's not a rec to rec.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay, so I think sometimes I have this chat with consultants all the time. The candidates and the clients that we recruit for that are not, if it's rec to rec, it's different, right? They don't have a fucking clue about recruitment. So saying the candidate should start looking before they're looking and keep relationships up, they don't know that's how it works.
Yeah.
They don't, why would they, that person's a physician or whatever. They haven't got the fucking time to be like being mates with recruiters all day, every day. Of course they're going to ignore it. Like, if a painter and decorator messaged me every day for a year, I'd be like, fuck off, I don't need my house painted.
100%.
I wouldn't carry on talking to them just because in Jalemba 2026 I might want my living room painted.
This guy, honestly,
stupid.
I see these posts all the time on LinkedIn, right? I feel sorry for this chap because he's obviously getting called out here, but he's been called out on a few platforms. But you get these posts all the time, and it's just complete and utter delulu. Physician is a doctor, I believe, in American terms. Yeah. So I'm really sorry that Margaret, whose surname is blotched out here, but I'm sorry Margaret couldn't stop saving lives to speak to you.
To your shit message. Are you
against a conversation about a mutual opportunity? What does that even mean,
no,
you
but
fucking
also,
idiot?
But also,
That's so
are you
stupid.
as a closed question?
Yeah.
So you're not trying hard to open it up. Are you against? Very negative.
Yeah.
Feels like
a double
also
negative.
it's worded like, as a physician, I don't know whether that's even too formal. It's very not LinkedIn, it's more of an email, but you could have done that, if you're such a good recruiter, then I'd word that completely differently to try and start a conversation. Because if she is against an opportunity, she's not going to reply. Yeah,
her response was, yes, not interested. Was her response, which I rate. Go on, Maggie, you tell him. But honestly,
I love that she's called him out.
Yeah, that's good. Honestly, but this guy has also then posted a subsequent post to defend this post, which was just a load of waffle, so I left it out. But he did post it. He was like, I wasn't trying to shame anyone. No, you weren't trying to shame anyone.
You just made it up.
You were trying to make yourself calling yourself a good recruiter, trying to top up your minutes, call times, by saying people should just speak to you at all times. Just self-righteous, self-important
but
bullshit.
Also, like, a good recruiter, hate the word good, it's not even that good.
Nah.
Like, you could have called yourself an exceptional recruiter. If you're just a good recruiter, pretty run-of-the-mill.
Pretty run-of-the-mill. So I'm glad that guy got
We're really
caught
picking
out.
this apart now.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to leave it alone there. But he posted another one to say, no, I wasn't trying to shame anyone. I wasn't trying to do anything like that. But mate, we all see through it.
You were trying to.
You're trying to like guilt trip the entire talent network that you specialise in, who are out saving lives apparently, to actually stop what they do and speak to you.
Who will see that and probably get pissed off.
100%. Yeah.
Fail.
Yeah, to all the physicians in America. Don't speak to this fella.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. He might have a mortgage to pay. Cool. Yeah, that was my one. I love that one because it's just, you see that all the time, right?
Well, do you know what? It's really funny because two of mine sort of relate, and I've got to pick. Okay, I'm going to go with the funny one first. So, you know, like the calling someone out thing. This is fucking hysterical. Somebody sent me this, and I'm so glad because I didn't see this. Somebody sent it to me. So we're going to have to do some beeping out of names on this, okay? I'm going to say the name of the agency and the person. There's some names in here, but they're beeped out for a reason because we don't want to be calling people out too much.
Yeah.
This is just fucking brilliant. I love it. Okay, so a guy And do you know what really annoys me? He hasn't put capital letter on his name. Really
What, as in
bothers
the
me.
profile name on LinkedIn does his first name and last name are not capitalised.
It's really bothering me.
What year 2 bullshit is that?
What in the year 2
What
spelling
in
and
the
spelling
year
bee
2?
is going on here? But when you hear this, you'll forget about this.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Okay,
okay.
so this is his post on LinkedIn. Dear all, I wrote 2 months ago about illegal pay schemes and illegal practices in our industry. A top offender is recruitment. If you look at recruitment and employment tribunals and read the Guardian expose, is it expose? Yeah.
Must be.
You will see that they are still stealing holiday pay from minimum wage workers. The directors cowardly don't even attend the employment tribunals. Marketplace, exclamation mark. Why are you still doing business with and why are you still working for? The records show they rip off workers and take money from customers and don't pay it to the workforce. Authorities, HMRC, GLA, why are you letting this happen? You are a coward and a thief. You are getting my industry a bad reputation. Stop your schemes and pay over the holiday pay. Anyone with information, please supply, as I have a file for MPS and authorities. Let's drive these practices out of our industry. The grammar is horrific in this, right? I've added the gaps for breath and stuff like that. So, but on the face of it, you'd think, well, it's terrible if that, that is happening. We want to call out bad practices in this industry. What I absolutely love about this is somebody's clearly gone on to the employment tribunal stuff and posted in the comments a screen grab of an employment tribunal notice or whatever against the person that's posted the post.
Oh, God.
That somebody has filed against them the complaint of unauthorised deduction from wages in relation to the payment of 4 days accrued holiday pay is well-founded and succeeds. So he's calling out someone for the bad practice in the industry. Somebody's gone on and done the things to check on his agency, and he's been got in trouble for exactly the same thing. Oh, no. And 4 or 3 other things.
No way. And someone's found that just by quickly searching his agency and posted on there.
Mic drop.
That's so painful.
I literally was like, that is brilliant.
Oh.
Another case of...
Don't call out shit, because if you're, what's the word? People in glass houses.
I just thought that was hysterical.
And it's a screen grab of an official.
Well, you'll see it on the screen now, but yeah, we're going to obviously blank names out for various reasons. I mean, it's all public information, but I think we should blank names out.
Yeah. So he's gone on one.
On one.
Engagement on that post, likes and all that.
Ooh, good question.
Was it going off?
I only saved the text.
Bit.
But I think it did go off. I mean, basically what's happened is he's probably lost some temp business to another agency and thrown his toys out the pram. But yeah, I just thought that is fucking brilliant.
What do they call them? Clapbacks. The payroll clapback of the year.
Honestly.
Fuck.
Imagine having that mic drop sprung into your comments.
That's so bad, isn't it? It happens a lot of the time, and I'm so glad someone's called it out, because there's not enough calling out that happens on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Because I don't think people want the drama, people don't want the smoke, they just leave it alone.
But that's bad.
That's good. I mean, the fact that for it to be employment tribunal related and then for you to do that, yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, so I just thought, I mean, it's not funny when you think about it, but I just found that hilarious.
I find that funny. I'm so glad someone clapped back at him.
I just thought that. So yeah, relates sort of to what you were just saying, yeah. Brilliant.
I've got one which I'll do 2 of these because I think the stories will take us a bit longer. But so this is an interesting one. So this is a post from a chap who divides our industry.
Do I like him?
Probably not. But it's a chap where I think we're going to bleep him out anyway, so don't worry about it. We'll just put the post out there. But essentially, this guy is...
Well, say who it is.
This is... has posted. He's posted this post about Mental Health Week, right? Because Mental Health Week was everywhere.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's posting about mental health.
Yeah, but get this. Let me read the post.
He has mental health issues.
He's definitely got some issues, but let me read it out to you. Mental Health Week is a good thing, but there is a but. It's a great catalyst for those who really need to talk, to get advice, seek the help they need, not a trigger for anyone to try and find issues or get involved because they feel it's what everyone else is doing. Mm-hmm. I've seen more and more recently, and crying wolf helps no one. Hate me for saying it, however, it's okay to not have mental issues. And can I just say that my first reaction when I read it, because normally he posts absolute like weird stuff, right? Sometimes it's a bit, his comments are probably the more off-key things that you see out there. But actually some of his posts, they're just a little bit, you know, your dad got Facebook vibes sometimes.
And also
right?
he does things for a reaction a lot of the time.
I think
But I don't, you know how much I don't like this person.
Yes.
I don't, and I suspect it's what you're about to say.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but I agree.
People we know and love in this industry commented on this. Saying,
I didn't see it because I blocked him.
Saying, it's so hard to argue with that. And I do think that, and I know
that's the best post I've heard of his in a long time.
Honestly, I felt like I had to screen grab it when I saw it because in my head I was like, here we go, here's a post for KOSI. Every single time he posts, I think it's going to be a KOSI post. And then I've stopped and read that one. I was like, no, I kind of fucking agree with him, man. It's a little bit like the R2R from last week, from last episode, when we were like, when he was talking about people not wanting to work as much as they used to. And like, we were like, yeah, it's packaged up a bit brutally, but he was right.
I don't think that's packaged brutally.
No, she's saying that.
I think, yeah, it's okay to be okay. And I'm all for everyone being open and vulnerable and sharing. It's like, again, I might get called out for this, but it's like everyone's self-diagnosing themselves with ADHD.
Yeah.
Now, there are genuinely people out there that have it and really struggle and need the support, but there's people that don't and they just say they do. And I think that's a similar thing. I think it's, I hate the fact that I like that post.
I did. My first reaction was like that. I was like, well, I've reread it 3 times because I was like, surely there's something off key in here somewhere. Like, do you know what I mean? There's got to be something off key that I've missed it.
Yeah.
But no, in the end, I was sat there wholeheartedly agreeing with the guy that is. And I never thought I'd say it, but really enjoyed that post, and actually I agree with him wholeheadly. So nothing to really laugh about.
Did it get good engagement?
It did, yeah. It got pretty engagement.
Well, it's like, bringing up an issue, isn't it?
Yeah, because actually that's a really good topic. That is a good topic, and sometimes it is very, you know, like the World X Day, you know, World X Week or whatever, like Recruiters Day, Recruiters Week, all of these things that people just roll out a post for.
Pancake.
Like, yeah.
Well, no, Pancake Day is actually a thing, isn't it? But I don't know why I said that. But like, there's, I don't know.
Why did Pancake Day get
I don't know. I don't know.
Why do you want to get rid of
There's like, I don't know, Puppy Day and like, I don't know. There's a day for everything, like Shoelace Day and stuff like that. You know?
And I just think that when
what can you learn from a shoelace and stuff like that?
But people need to stop rolling out shit for the sake of rolling out shit. And actually, like he said, it's okay to be okay, and I'm okay. I think that's what he refers to himself as. I don't know him.
No,
I don't
sorry.
know him. We're not on nickname terms.
No.
But yeah.
Well, I'm going to bring something a little less serious to the table. I have seen some very, very funny LinkedIn posts recently. Do you follow a guy called Ken Cheng?
Yes.
I don't know if he's a real person. I mean, but the posts get me every time. So this one in particular, I was like, that's going on KOSI. I think we can name him because he's sort of a...
He's all good.
Yeah. So his post was, I accidentally forgot to feed my young child. My 5-year-old son went without dinner the other day. I was scrolling LinkedIn for 6 hours in the evening and ignored his cries. In fairness, LinkedIn influencers are trained to grab my attention using clickbait. He is not. That's when it clicked for him. He needed to up his game. He needed to use clickbait. Instead of saying, I'm hungry, father, he sent me messages like, here's 4 damning reasons you should feed me right now. 10 more minutes without dinner and the worst catastrophe could take place. This poor child went unfed. You won't believe what happened next. It worked. I never neglected him again. Sometimes starving your infant child can be a good thing if he gains some transferable skills. He's now ready for the modern world. Fucking love that.
He's so good.
His posts get such mad engagement.
He's so good.
They are so funny, but it's just taken the absolute piss out of. This is a sort of drivel. I mean, not his post, but there are genuinely posts like that you see on LinkedIn and you're like, that's 100%. Not true. That didn't happen. No. And so, yeah, I love the satire of, like, honestly, if you don't follow this guy, Ken Cheng, do it right now.
Must follow. Nah, he's so good.
They are brilliant, aren't they? And read the comment. The comments are just as good.
But I love anything that pokes a little bit of fun about what happens out there in our industry. And we say it was the whole point of the show, remember, like, LinkedIn's just not real life, right? And that's just the shit you see, the dribble.
Yeah, brilliant.
Well done, Ken.
Ken
Cheng.
Have you got another one?
Nah, I want to do stories, I think.
Yeah, should we do
I feel like
stories?
Stories are going to be good, yeah.
Yeah, let's do them.
Let's move on to stories.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first, I don't mind.
Go for it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I've just remembered mine.
So this is good. So I was working at an agency and we used to hire loads of grads and rookies, like loads of grads and rookies. I'm talking like maybe 3 or 4 a month we used to get through, like hiring and get through. God, I made it sound terrible. Yeah, no, we used to hire them 3 or 4 a month. And we used the same rec to rec agency. They were really good. They knew what we wanted. They knew exactly the type of personalities we've hired, etc. And because we were going through such a volume of recruitment, I was like, we need to structure this. We need to assess people better. So I introduced sort of like a scenario-based questioning piece at the end. So we did all the usual stuff, you know, tell me about tough time, all the crappy stuff.
The normal one, yeah.
And then we did some scenario stuff to really get the cogs turning. And the scenario was like, you've got a day to fill 4 interview slots. Here's a list of the criteria the candidates must match. You're allowed to book them in the diary straight away, but you've got a list of 500. You obviously can't call 500 people, so you've got to try and work out how you would get through, how would you tackle that problem, basically. And the answer we were looking for was always like, get a mail shot out or get a mass communications out to people, so that's working for you, get an advert out, all the usual stuff.
Yeah.
And then start working your way through the list and validate people on the list and all that sort of stuff. It's a shit scenario, but listen, we just wanted to see where people's brains went to.
Yeah.
So on this one day, we had 6 interviews, in-person interviews for rookies, yeah? And as like the morning ones have just finished, and me and one of the other divisional managers were like, fucking hell, they've all got the same sort of answers, haven't they? They've all they're getting prepped to fuck by the rec to rec, right? Because the rec to rec's obviously cottoned on. Oh, I know the whole structure.
Yeah.
So the rec to rec's prepping all of these graduates that are coming through the door. So we're getting the same answers all day long.
It's boring, isn't it?
Honestly, same answers every day. And like, even to the point where they were starting to say words like, you know, I'd get the communications out. Like,
and you know, they ain't going to say that.
They don't know. So what we decided to do for the afternoon interviews was change the scenario completely. We made it like completely different. Nah. The first one that came in after lunch, he obviously clocked the question was different. So he just went, But then the girl that came in after him, we switched the scenario. She's not even listening to the question. She's gone autopilot with the original answer.
What was the question?
That she's been coached to do. It was something like
completely unrelated.
Completely unrelated. It was to do with like prioritizing workload or something like that. And she just completely away from a list.
Well,
and she just went straight off the bat.
Well, I'd look at the candidate list, and then I would do the email mark. Were you like, what?
She just went straight off the bat. Honestly, it was so good. She went.
Did you laugh?
We laughed in her face. We had to. She just went. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's one of those people when you're speaking to them, they go, yeah. So she's going.
I found that really annoying. Like she's listening, but she's not.
She's not listening. And then she just went. Well, first things first. I'd get the communications out. He's like, are you fucking having a laugh?
Was she like, yes, I hear you, yes.
She said it with her chest.
Actually, funny you should say that, because I've got a really good answer for this one. So what I would do is, I would have laughed. I would have pissed myself.
Honestly, me and the other.
It makes the day more interesting, though.
It made it more interesting for us. And do you know what? We actually hired the guy that we threw the curveball at. We actually hired him because he had to think on his feet. So actually, the Rec to Recs were doing themselves out of...
Was there much of a gap in between them?
Nah.
I was going to say, because if the Rec to Rec had any sense...
They would have known.
I would have quickly done that interview debrief, found out it's changed, quickly got on the blower to what's her name next and gone, do not say that answer. Say a different one.
But like, I'm a big advocate for interview prep and interview feedback. I find it disgraceful if agencies don't do it.
I would say it was one of the keys. The key to my success was my interview prep was fucking good.
Yeah, you got to. I think it's mental that you don't. But that level of Rec to Recs, you're ruining it.
It's not just Rec to Recs, mind.
But that level of prep, I've not seen it anywhere else. I think it's the Rec to Recs.
I used to do an insane. Because we used to run assessment centres for a lot of our clients. We did know everything about it.
Yeah.
But I used to be very clear, be like, right. All the candidates, I give them sort of different spins on things, and I'd be very clear about, like, I mean, basically, you're not really meant to know this stuff, so you need to you know, you need to put it in your own words. You are not regurgitating what I have just said. You've got to put your own spin on it. And when I'd ring them back, so I used to do 2 preps, I'd ring them back the day before to do a second prep. I would practice it with them, so I knew that they'd put their own spin on it, because that was my worst nightmare.
Is that they just regurgitate something?
No. Because sometimes I was there. So I'd be watching my candidates be interviewed like either a proud mum or a really pissed off, like...
Mum.
fuming. But yeah, that was my worst nightmare, sitting there and hearing all my candidates it's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. Funny enough, we called up the Recruitment afterwards. We had a good relationship with them, right?
Yeah.
And actually what it was a junior consultant that worked at the Rec was doing the prep, and he was on the right track.
Yeah.
But obviously the managing director was just like
a learn for him.
Sorry about that. A very big learn for him.
A big learn.
But yeah, the way she just went,
Yes.
I'd get all of the communications out is the best thing. All the communications out. I was like, you've been
she was well happy with herself.
She was chuffed. Anyway, so that was. I hate that noise when they do that. Why do people do that? Why is it? It's not allowed.
But I don't. When I'm listening, I don't make a sound. And you know, when you're on the phone to people, sometimes they're like, "Are you still there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I'm fucking listening to you. What do you want me to do the whole time you're talking? Going, yes, I can hear what you're saying."
Yeah, I'm nodding actually.
Yeah,
you can't see me.
Honestly.
So yeah, that was one of my.
That is good. That was funny.
Story.
I've thoroughly enjoyed that. I've got 2 really funny ones. One is very short and sweet, but I'm gonna start with it because this is just classic. Okay, so somebody sent me this story over WhatsApp, so I haven't got the full this is why it's short. I haven't got the full ins and outs. Obviously, I'm going to keep it anonymous. So somebody I know was at an agency before, and there was a bloke that was working there. That was a compulsive liar, basically. There was a lot of stories going around about him, things like that. Basically, he wanted the afternoon. He wanted the afternoon off, right? So he said that his dad had died, so he'd have the afternoon off, forgetting that his dad was a client on the system. So someone phoned him, and he was alive.
Oh no! Why would you do that?
Like, he's a client.
Oh, he's a client of theirs. And he said, my dad's died. He's a billing client. The agency has invoiced this man.
This is how it's been put to me. But
oh, you stupid
So obviously they
boy.
fucking phoned him. I mean, you know, how stupid are you? Just for an afternoon off? If your dad died, you'd want more than an afternoon off.
Sure, yeah.
You'd want the week off. You wouldn't go, oh, can I just have a few hours off? My dad's passed, R.I.P.
Yeah.
You'd have a week, at least.
If I was the manager.
Just the afternoon, I'll be back in tomorrow.
Yeah, back in.
But imagine the laughs you would have had around that.
Yeah, that's
fucking
outrageous.
Brilliant.
Also, like, is it bad that my head first thing went to, oh no, that's a relationship lost in a client?
I know.
Is where my head went.
Because he got fired.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to. You can't just kill off your family members.
How bad is that line that your dad's died?
Oh, that's awful. That's terrible.
I remember Alex Dick telling me a cracking story. It was when he was on my show that he knew someone before that got found out. They'd been saying they were ringing and having meetings and stuff with this client, you know, for the KPIs, you know.
Yeah.
And when they looked into it, the client was dead. Wasn't alive. And obviously you would think sackable offence. They were like, oh no, but he's hitting his KPIs. Yeah, of course he's hitting his fucking KPIs because he's ringing people that don't exist.
Calling a dead bloke.
He's calling a dead bloke. But he didn't get sacked. They were like, yeah, but he's hitting his KPIs.
That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. The game's
just
gone.
calling a dead person.
Game's gone.
Yeah, I just thought that very short and sweet, but that made me laugh.
That's so good.
A lot.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
That's good. If you're going to kill off family members, check your CRM first.
Are they a candidate or a client?
Yeah.
Check first.
Check first. Oh yes, my second story. I actually don't know why I don't need my laptop for this one. So this is one that I got shared by. I worked at this company, but I worked there much later than when this story happened. And I know the people involved. So there's a desk. They're all in the same division. There's 4 or 5 lads working on this desk. It's a recruitment business, and I know them personally, and they are a boisterous bunch. Yeah, like it would have been. I'd have loved to have worked there with all of them there because it would have been just absolute like piss taking, lots of fun, lots of games. Everyone would have been out drinking lots.
Bants.
It would have been banter.
Yeah,
it would have been like that.
Yeah.
And the manager has been what's the word? Encouraging one of the junior guys to send more CVs for a role he had on. It was a super urgent role, needed to get CVs out the door. And like all day long, just winding him up saying, got those CVs yet? any chance of those CVs? Got those CVs yet?
Oh, it would wind you up.
And I think it was a tough role. It's from the story that I've had. It's a bit of a tough role. And so, all rocking horseshit, as we always like to call it. And anyway, said consultant has found the candidates, got the CVs, and he sent them to his manager over email. This is like before 2011, right? So people aren't that savvy on computers.
Yeah.
He sent the email over with the CVs with the subject line, "Have that you." Because it was that sort of office. That's just how they spoke, right?
Yeah.
And said manager at the time, pure, like in absolute delight at the fact that these rocking or shit CVs have turned up, has gone, open the CVs, looks good, looks good, looks good. Right, forward.
Oh, fucking hell.
To the clients without changing the subject line whatsoever. And when I tell you this client was one of the big 4 consulting firms, it was like, it was bad. And apparently the colour just drained out.
Imagine
from this
the client,
face.
oh my God, the client got an email and it said, "Have that you."
With his CVs that he's obviously been chasing up as well, right?
That's fucking brilliant.
And this manager, he's older than everyone else, and he's just like, about his clothes training, he's like, oh God, panicking, like, oh God, like, how do I fucking recall that email? How do I get that back? How do I get that back?
You can't,
I think recalling emails has always been possible, but no one knows how.
You have to do it quick though, don't you?
But I don't think anyone knew how to do it back then, especially not in this agency. It was just fucking basically a bunch of wheeler dealers on the phone banging it out, recruitment. But yeah, so in the end, I think they had to make out that the said consultant was sacked for what he did, because they had to come up with a story. But yeah, check your subject lines always before hitting forward. I've
got this thing about like, have I got anyone CC'd in that I don't want to heat? Like, because I'm feeding back to managers a lot about consultants. I'm so paranoid about, have I accidentally CC'd in the consultant, or it's like a worst nightmare. Oh, that is hysterical, but I would not sleep for weeks if I did that.
I know him, and I could picture the manager all day long going, any danger of them CVs? Where them CVs at? Oh, you go to the toilet? Are the CVs in the toilet? He would have been that sort of bloke that had been doing it all day long.
And that bit him in the ass, didn't it?
Yeah, oh, so good. Yeah, subject lines.
Love that. Right, this one is more of a sort of consultant story of a funny candidate experience. So I popped in to see, so actually the sort of manager of this business, I started not in the same business, but was one of my managers in my first recruitment role. And one of the people working for him, he was like, "I've got a really funny story for you, for KOSI." I was like, "Hit me with it." He was like, "I'm not going to tell you it now. I'm just going to send it to you. It'll have more impact." So, but he said it's around a candidate that applied for a job, right? He said, you need the CV for it to have the impact. So obviously this is all going to come up on the screen for you. So he sent me the message and said, right, some context. I had a role with a client a few years back, London-based crypto scale-up. So this is when crypto was like the rage, do you know what I mean? It was a senior DevSecOps engineer, 100K plus, bonus and share option, so good role. And he said, this guy applied with hands down the greatest CV of all time, and no, I never did fill the role. So this guy, I'll say his name, but we probably should, it could be a fake name.
Yeah.
So this was his CV. And I'll read it out. It's going to come up on the screen, but I just want to see Sarah's reaction. Is that not the best?
There's like 5-10 words on it.
So it's basically got like well, you can see it, but email address, phone number, and his address is just Nepal. Personal statement, sells men in market. Education history, complete 10 class. And that is it. That is the CV.
Good.
And he said it was that funny, they still talk about it now. Like it's a legendary app. It's the best. Like imagine being Big Jan and thinking, yeah, I can do that job. And I'm going to send that CV. Complete 10 class.
I think every agency's
I'd
got
expect
those.
your call this week.
Yeah. No, the best would have been if he had followed up and said, please,
I haven't heard anything from my application.
Or he's posting on LinkedIn going, recruiters never
reply. Yeah. Honestly, I opened, he said, I'm not showing you or telling you about the CV. And when I read that and opened it, I was like, That is fucking
That's
brilliant.
so good.
You've got some balls.
That's so good. I love it.
But maybe he was a complete 10 class.
I think every agency I go to has got like a serial applier
Yeah.
or just someone that is like a ridiculous application.
The
like
temp
that.
agencies I work with have got the best ones like that.
Same
they ring
person.
like every day.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we've told you, you are blacklisted. We are not working with you. And
they just
will
recognise
continue.
numbers and all that now, and they just don't even answer.
Yeah. We called them, in my old agency, NIFers, no further action.
Niffers.
Yeah.
NFA. That's so bad.
Yeah, no further action.
Oh, that's what the police say to you when you get away with the crime.
I wouldn't know.
NFA.
I don't get caught.
All right, cool. Stories are good. Those are good.
Those are good, aren't
Those
they?
are good. I enjoyed those.
I'm loving. Please send them to us because, honestly, like the funniest people telling them, I'm like, oh my god, that is hysterical, absolutely hysterical. And we will run out at some point of our own stories, so send them to the KOSI page.
Yeah.
That's or DM us, either of us on LinkedIn, but they are.
I've got quite a few sort of starting to trickle in now. But I just hadn't prepared the delivery of them, which is why I went with some of the ones I had. For next time.
Next time.
Because some of them deserve good delivery. Like some
I
of them
know.
are good.
I wish I had more info on that the guy's dad one, but honestly, like hilarious. Yeah. So keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Okay, cool. Let's do Sponsor. You or me? I don't mind.
Well, I think obviously we went over our sponsor on the last episode, the amazing Hinterview, and I think this comment, by the way, wasn't directed at us personally, but somebody was saying to me before about sponsorship, I never know whether to trust the people. Yeah. Like, are they just saying it for the sponsor, or do they genuinely know or use the product? And I think you can probably tell from the last time we spoke about Hinterview, not blowing our own trumpet, but we did have a pick of sponsors, didn't we?
We did have options.
And we both said from the start, didn't we? We wanted to partner with a brand that we knew were good, could service the recruitment market specifically. I mean, I've been in agencies where it's been used. I remember being in my old agency, actually, and us trialling it right when it was fairly new. But you work with loads of agencies. You've used it yourself, haven't you?
I've had to play around with it myself. I think that it still stands out to me as the only recruitment agency specific note taker. The Hintel product specifically, I think that's good.
That's important.
But also there's people that I know and love in the industry that are testing it and trying it. So I'm not the only person that uses, consults on recruitment technology. Lots of people I'm speaking to are enjoying it. So big up Hinterview for sponsoring KOSI. We look forward
supportive.
They've been so good. Where we'll no doubt see them soon in person, hopefully at the Embedded Ops birthday party, so we'll all get to have a drink and a photo together. But if you are looking for a note taker within your recruitment agency, check out Hinterview. Their product Hintel is one that's made specifically for you.
We've got the links in if you look at the caption, whether you're listening to this on Spotify or you're watching on YouTube, or you might be watching on Spotify, we've put links that you can use to you can go straight to their website if you want to book a trial, because they do sort of trials. I would encourage you to do that because you can listen to other people. I think what happens a lot in the rep tech space is it is good to get recommendations, but you also remember you're also taking people's opinions on things, and you will only know if you like it. It's like the same with CRMs, I find.
100%.
You've got to try using it yourself. So, Hintel, fucking brilliant. But also you might be interested in the video side of things as well. Just go and play around with it and try it.
100%. Hinterview. Nice one.
Yeah. What are we doing next? Is it our stories, is it?
I think it's our stories, and then we're wrapping up.
we're on 43.
Yeah. You can. I don't know what your story is.
Okay.
You probably know mine, so you go.
So following on from the Tinder story, I've got another. I'm not a stupid person, right? I'm fairly intelligent because,
Just got hot and sweaty, sorry.
I was going to say, you've done quite well to only just get hot and sweaty. But sometimes, some of the things that come out of my mouth, I sometimes wonder how I've managed to look after myself and get by in life, really. So basically, do you know H from Steps?
Yes.
They were 90s, weren't they?
Yeah, he was on stage. They were on Britain's Got Talent at the weekend. I saw him. He was looking a bit swollen,
So H from Steps, so basically where I live, there's a little town called Cowbridge. It's near where I grew up. It's an old farming market town. It's not very big. H lives in Cowbridge, right? So he's a local celeb. Do you know what I mean?
Is he Welsh?
Yeah.
Like Welsh, not like you Welsh.
Oh yeah, full on Welsh.
He's Welsh.
Have you heard him speak?
No.
Oh, he's full on Welsh.
Okay, yeah.
And he likes to do loads of events. He's done a really good like Pride event in Cowbridge.
Oh.
Anyway, one of my friends, and we'll bring this up on the screen for you, sent in one of our groups this sort of music festival thing he's going to do in August called Cowchella.
Yeah,
So
I like
it's in Cowchella.
Yeah.
Now you'll see this come up on the screen now, but this is said lineup for the event. So, you know, we've got headlining is H.M. Steps, Claire Sweeney. Who else is headlining?
Gwenwyn
Welsh.
Evans, I can't pronounce his name. Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Wicked, Sabrina Carpenter, Harry Styles. Are you joking? ABBA.
So
What?
you're backing up now my story, right? You're making me feel
Destiny's
better.
Child.
Right, so basically, these are all cover acts.
Oh.
Right, so you've done... Right, so basically, my friend sends it in the group. Oh, it's Owain Wyn Evans, that guy.
Sorry, I can't.
Tickets, so it says on there, tickets £12. It's in the Bear Fields in Cowbridge, which is basically a little field behind a pub called the Bear Hotel. It's £12 a ticket, all those acts, right? So she sent it in. I can't remember why, but she sent it in. And I'm like getting ready for bed. I'm sort of looking at it quickly and I'm like, hold on a minute. Are these tribute acts? And my friends will not let me live it down because they're like, yes, Kate, tribute acts. £12 a ticket. Do you think Taylor Swift?
£12 a ticket.
How much do people pay to see Taylor Swift?
Yeah, for hundreds.
Hundreds of pounds.
Hundreds.
I don't think Taylor Swift is going to be happy to be paid a cut of a £12 a ticket to play on a field in a little Welsh town. But also they were laughing because they were like, do you think that the likes of Harry Styles and Ariana Grande are going to let H.M. Steps headline?
Yeah.
And they're not headlining. But also my friend was laughing, like she was actually crying, laughing in the voice note. She was like, I can just imagine you turning up thinking they're all real. And then when all these cover acts come on, because none of them look like the real thing, by the way, because they keep putting these pictures up and like kicking off, like, I want a refund. And I have not paid £12 trying to catch a glimpse of the real Harry Styles waiting outside the dressing room, and it's just it's like a Temu Harry Styles. You would never, where in the world would you get an event where all these people were there? Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Sabrina Carpenter, Harry Styles, ABBA. ABBA are dead, aren't they?
I would have thought so. I don't know.
So
My ABBA knowledge
they're
is
not going to
bad.
be there, the real one, clearly. And they won't let me live it down.
But I was reading it thinking,
But
wow,
you
that's a great lineup.
Thank you.
I didn't know it was £12 a ticket. I didn't read the £12 bit, but £12 is...
Yeah, so they won't let it go. They're just laughing. They want me to go now and like pretend to kick off and be like, excuse me, I want my money back.
I'm just picturing
This
you
isn't the
turning
real
up
Kylie Minogue.
You turning up in like full Coachella gear because it's a Coachella lineup. But it's going to be filled with Air Maxes and...
Yeah. No, honestly. So, but yeah, not a bad job. Not slating your thing, Harry. No, what's his name? H.M. Steps. But yeah, so they will not let me live that down.
I kind of want to go. I'm not going to lie. I kind of want to go to Coachella.
Well, I kind of want to go now as well. I just want to kick off. I just want to like be a troublemaker and just complain for no reason. Yeah.
Oh, so good. When is it?
The 2nd of August.
Oh,
Fancy it?
I'm quite up for it, man.
£12 a ticket.
Maybe we can record KOSI on the route there and like...
With the real... Yeah. I just want to pretend... I just think it'd be so funny to kick off and like cause a scene because you think it's all the real people.
Yeah, there's going to be other people that fall for that.
Do you reckon?
100%.
Oh, because see, they're like... No, like my friend literally responded on the. I wish you could play the voice note. She couldn't breathe.
No, but they haven't even like. Usually, what happens is if it's tribute acts, the names are spelled a bit differently, right? There's a tongue-in-cheek name. What throws you off with that one is used real names. So that's what threw me off.
Hold on a second, something's fishy around here.
I'm not be surprised if he doesn't get shut down for flipping copyright and all that.
I said he's going to get a lot of complaints.
100%. Flipping out. I'd be complaining if I don't want to be associated with
Thank you. Well, I will be telling them after this that you also thought that because they've made me feel really stupid for weeks.
Cool. You mentioned it earlier. I have, in one weekend, gone from having 3 dependents, twins and a dog called Wendy, to now having 5 because I have... I don't know what the word is. Rehoused, rehomed.
Begrudgingly.
2 kittens. Begrudgingly.
You were like, no,
kittens.
I'm not rehoming them, not having. And then you sent pictures of 2 kittens.
Yeah, basically. So what happened was I was working, obviously, because that's what I do all the time. And then I got a message in my in-laws group chat. So my brother-in-law and sister-in-law bought a house 2 doors down from us, which is quite nice, actually. Kids are the same age, they all play around, so it's quite nice. Funny enough, it's Cheryl's brother and not my brother, because that's such a brown thing to do, moving to the same road as each other. But actually, Cheryl's brother has moved in. Anyway, Charlotte, is a vet nurse, or works in the vets. I always forget her job title, but she works in the vets.
Yeah.
She's got herself a job in Egham at a vet's. Someone's handed in 5 kittens in a box or something like that. They got
what,
found.
just left them?
Yeah, someone's found them in the garden or something like that and just handed them in. 2 went with the people that found them, I think. 1 went to another vet person that works there, and they needed to be looked after of an evening whilst they were waiting to go to Battersea. We actually have a Battersea home near our house in Windsor. So she's got the cats at her house. Fridays, the kids aren't at nursery. I'm at home back-to-back Fridays, as always, working. And Cheryl was like, yeah, I'm just going to take the kids to go see these cats. Charlie's got them at the house. I was like, yeah, wicked, all right, cool.
Danger.
But I'm getting messages, like I'm literally working in between meetings. I'm getting messages saying, oh, you should definitely come over and see them. You should definitely come over and see them, da, da, da. So in between a couple of calls, I thought, I'll go and have a look. Like, what are they saying, basically? Went in, sat down.
You got sucked right in there.
So I got sucked in then. So I kind of was like, Then Cheryl started pitching me. Then her brother's also pitching me. And then obviously Charlie's also saying, yeah, you don't have to have them. She's doing this like fear of missing out sell on me. And I'm like, no, she's
played you like a bloody
doing the
fiddle.
FOMO sell. Cheryl's doing the whole attachment thing. It was honestly the worst thing ever. I've gone back to working at ours, and then she's still sending me photos. The next morning I wake up and I'll send this in to Tom to put up on the screen, but I put a ChatGPT picture up of me saying, what CRM would you pick? It was a post I did, and Cheryl's brother has gone on ChatGPT, reworded it to say, kittens love CRMs.
I think you might have said that to me.
Just to pitch me some more.
I mean, you should take some tactics from this.
The sales ability in that family is unbelievable.
I mean, do they want to get into recruitment?
Yeah, I might have to ask them.
Untapped.
But then they were like, so then in the end I said, all right, we'll have one of them, we'll have Lofty, because I called one Loftus, after Loftus Road, QPR. So
I thought you were going to say, it sounds like Harry Potter name, that does.
Lofty, and then they hit me with they're twins, they're basically siblings, you can't separate them, this and the other. So anyway, I obviously tried to stand my ground. I've now got 2.
Failed.
I've lost. But I'd rather give her kittens than any more kids. So
yeah, and also she did want a dog. And I suppose kittens, are they easier than a puppy?
Oh, they're much easier. I mean,
so
they're literally toilet trained already.
Sort of lucked out there.
They're literally toilet trained already. The kids are loving them, the dogs are loving them.
So you've kind of lucked out, really.
I think so.
But they played you like a fiddle.
Yeah, and it's like food, litter.
I'm going to give Cheryl a clap.
Oh, please don't.
I think fair play to Shazza, because
they got what they wanted.
She got what she wanted, yeah.
Always. She always does.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
Right, that's our episode 2.
Episode 2 done.
52 minutes.
Longer than the first one.
And I only started sweating for the last 10.
Even I'm starting to sweat.
It's got warm, hasn't it?
It's got warm.
Yeah.
But
I'm in shorts as well.
Yeah,
I'm going to be in a string vest next week.
We'll be wife beater. Yeah. I honestly, can we have stories like?
Yeah.
It don't even need to be funny. Like anything you think needs to be called out, because we're happy to call it out as well. Any posts, like remember the post we talked about today, I know I've bought some funny ones, but Si's obviously brought to the table some ones where actually it's important we have some of these, we call some things out. Yeah. So anything you see and you think, that sounds like a bit of KOSI to me, send it our way and we will do our best to fit it in. We can bank up stuff for future 100%. Episodes, so keep them coming. We did discuss a new feature we might do, which we'd like some feedback on, Find Ness a Fella.
Yeah.
What are we thinking? I'm up for it.
I'm so up for it.
I'm up for it.
I think we should have a little section where we just talk about the selling points, the positive points for you.
But to try and find, not just to sell me. I want some applicants.
Applicants,
we'll get that girl in to go, What I would do first.
Get all the comms out.
Get all the comms out first.
I'd
prioritise the high priority candidates first. Yeah, we'll do that. 100%. We'll get her in.
Yeah,
she sounds good.
I don't even know what she ended up doing. I might have to look it up.
Repeat. I don't know. Just following simple instructions. Maybe I don't know. That's fucking brilliant. But let us know what you, or if you want us to play any game,
Yeah.
We're up for it. We're up for it.
Up for anything. Yeah, really enjoyed that.
Yeah, me too. You said what did you say last time? I quite liked. I know you said you were like. I
Quite enjoyed that.
quite enjoyed that. Yeah, you actually enjoyed it today.
I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually enjoyed it.
Right, we've got to try and do our outro now at the same time.
Remember, folks, LinkedIn.
Oh no, we've.
Why are we so bad at this?
What were we
Remember,
meant to do?
folks.
Do you say that?
I say that.
Yeah.
And then it's LinkedIn.
I say LinkedIn.
No, we all both together say LinkedIn is not real life.
Okay,
let's go.
it.
And remember, folks,
LinkedIn is not real life.